George and the Dragon, written by Chris Wormel. George and the Dragon. Chris Wormel, Red Fox. Far, far away in the high, high mountains, in a deep, deep, deep valley in the dark, dark cave, there lived a mighty dragon. He could fly higher than the clouds and faster than all the birds. He could burn down a forest with a blast of his fiery breath. He could smash a castle with a flick of his mighty tail. And he could brush away an army with a sweep of his furious wing. There was nothing so fierce. There was nothing so fierce and so terrible as the mighty dragon. But he had a secret. A big secret. Well, actually a very small secret. He was terrified of mice. For sale, sold. Which was a pity because that very day a mouse moved into the cave just next door. His name was George. Now George didn't much care for the cave next door. It was cold and dark and dirty. The previous owner had been a bat, so the fixtures and furniture were most inconvenient. The previous owner had been a bat, so the fixtures and furnishings were most inconvenient. And the nearest cheese shop was miles and miles away. George was feeling rather miserable, and to make matters worse, he had no sugar for his tea. I know, said George. I'll just pop next door and see. I'll know. I know, said George. I'll just pop next door and see if I can borrow some. So he did. I say, you couldn't loan me a couple of lumps of sugar, could you? Asked George. Ah! Screamed the dragon. And fled. Oh, blue, grounded George. No tea then. But George didn't get his tea after all with 2 lumps of sugar, and he got cheese too, and nuts and berries and biscuits and crackers and cream and cream, cheese, sandwiches, and jelly and ice cream and fairy cakes with a pink icing and cozy little hole on the castle wall. Beware of the mice. And did you spot the dragon here looking at the mice? And see if in this book, in the very beginning, you spot anything in the book. Bye bye. See you in the next video.